Absolutely, because there's a lot going on this morning. The nominations for the 89th Academy Awards have just been released moments ago, and here are some of the nominees for the different categories.
So first up, this is going to probably be one of the big winners, La La Land. It could be Best Picture. It was nominated. It's all about the show business musical starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, who were both nominated for Best Actor and Best Actress in a Leading Role, and it collected 7 prizes at the Golden Globes, so that was a record.
Have you seen this one?
I have not, but I've heard very popular.
It's terrific, but the ending, I'm a little disappointed with the ending.
Is it a sad ending?
I was looking for more happy of an ending, I suppose.
Well, maybe you can create an alternative ending. Maybe we can reenact
Well, the whole thing was an alternative ending. It's interesting you say that.
Remix,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So you'll have to check that one out, but I think they deserve the honors there. It was fun to watch. Expect to see the cast of Fences on stage. Viola Davis to appear in the supporting actress category for playing the 1950s era homemaker in Fences. The film was nominated for Best Picture. Stars director Denzel Washington, who was also nominated for Best Actor. And this was originally a play, so I don't know if you've seen this one yet.
I saw about the first 15, 20, or 30 minutes. I don't remember because I was watching it, and it was like one scene, which was impressive acting on...
He just talked for like 2 hours straight, Denzel, right?
A lot of talking, but I mean, that's like the true talent of an actor. So to a viewer, it's not a blockbuster, it's not a, hey, Star Wars, you know, stuff blowing up all around.
Right, but it was impressive, the job that they did.
Absolutely.
Didn't love his character, though, so it was hard for me to really get into that one.
Not the nicest guy in the world, in the movie, but in person, I'm sure he's a little...
I don't know him in person, do you?
Yeah, maybe one day we'll meet him. Somebody else that we don't know, Natalie Portman, could take home Best Actress for her portrayal as Jackie Kennedy in the film Jackie. It follows her point of view after JFK's death. Sort of a very sad film, of course. I was a little unhappy with the film just because there were no happy points, no high points in her life.
It's tough to watch such a depressing movie, right? You kind of watch a movie to escape and enjoy yourself, and then you get that. Similar to Manchester at the Sea, which is also got some nominations this morning.
Should be interesting to see who wins. You can check the Oscars Sunday, February 26th, right here on WTNH. Now, from big movie stars to music stars, if you're a country fan, you'll be happy about this next story.
Yeah, here you go. Luca. Brian is heading to the Super Bowl. He'll be singing the national anthem for the big game in Houston, and he says he sees it as an opportunity to serve his country. Well, that's one way of looking at it.
There's a lot of hip gyration going on with that guy. A lot of tight pants and hip gyrations going on there.
What song is he best known for?
Best songs, Meg, Luke Bryant. What's he got? Nothing.
That's
Bueller?
what I thought too.
He has a lot of big ones. We're not big country fans. Tweet us. Our friends at Country 925. Let us know. Last year, Lady Gaga performed the national anthem, and this year she's performing halftime. So maybe
I have to tell you, I'm so excited about Lady Gaga at halftime. I think
what are some Lady Gaga songs? Let's do a little.
Poker Face.
Yeah. Do you want to sing it?
No, that one just comes to mind. There's so many.
Okay, should be fun. Again, the Pats are in the Super Bowl. Hard to believe. A lot of happy Patriots fans around New England. Yesterday, we told you about the toilet paper bandit, and today we have another theft caught on tape in Texas. Police are turning to social media to help solve a bizarre robbery of an expensive guitar, Teresa.
Yeah, check out this surveillance video, which shows a man walking into a guitar center and literally pocketing. How is he walking?
How does that happen?
He put the guitar in his pants.
How does that happen?
The guitar is said to be worth at least $1,700. Now, in the video, the man is seen walking into an area of the store where the guitar is concealed behind a display rack. All right, we see what he's doing, though.
How does this? How does one fit a guitar? And I don't
it's not working, is it?
Work.
I think your pants are a little too tight.
But that's probably
what
it was.
Baggy pants
I was like Luke Bryan there. Should we do a little? Wait.
Wow, that's really impressive,
hey.
Brian. Don't quit your day job.
Thank you, Mrs. Green, Northeast Middle School, Bristol. That's all I know on the guitar. So
all right, so moving on now. If you think you need to shower every day, think again.
Oh, yes, nice.
You don't mean that. According to a study by IFL Science, people who lather up less often are actually healthier because they retain a greater number of good microbes that help fight disease.
Yeah, I'm all set.
But what if they smell? Does that, it just cancels the whole thing out?
That's where this whole story is headed, because scientists now hope that people will use a shower alternative. It's being called Mother Dirt AO Plus Mist, which apparently battles human stink by using, of all things, human stink, Teresa.
Oh my God, I can't. It was, that last line said it was boiled down from armpit sweat.
Oh, that sounds so tasty. I hope you're enjoying your coffee there at home.
Oh, sorry about that. So while Mother Dirt hasn't found a large number of people willing to swear off showers for a long-term study, the people behind it insist they can vouch for the product because he's used it daily for 12 years and hasn't taken a single shower in that entire time. That can't be real. Did you write that?
I did not. I proudly do not take credit for that story.